If you are new to my series, The 40 Year Sim, check out the link in the description below. It covers the first 16 years of the 40 Year Sim. It's a Google Doc that breaks every season down. And if you don't know by now, I got motorcycles outside my apartment sometimes, and they interrupt me when I'm talking. But let's get into this episode. Opening weekend, 2000 season. We're still in 1999, October 1999. Dr. Dre's 2001, either I think it just came out or it's coming out. Fight Club is out in theaters at this moment, right? Bill Clinton is president. So just getting into the mindset of 1999, and let's go. I got my Limp Bizkit hat on, and let's do this. We got the Knicks versus the Washington Wizards. Patrick Ewing making that basket for the Knicks. The Wizards are completely in tanking rebuild mode. We got Malik Sealy out there. Chris Smith making a three for the Wizards. John Stockton retired last year. He's no longer there. Reggie Lewis, Len Bias are all gone. They've all moved on from the Wizards. And yeah, they're starting completely from scratch. 5-2 at this point. And if I didn't say it yet, but we're going to be taking a look at every single team in the league in this episode. We're going to be seeing every team. Just getting a glimpse, getting a taste. So, but let's continue on with this game. Maybe see a bucket there for the Wizards as I adjust my headphones. Hopefully that didn't sound too bad. Ewing with that dunk right there, 7-6 is the score. New York down early. Here's John Starks for a deep three from downtown. And I don't know if this game continues to be competitive. It looks like the answer is no. And no surprise there. Wizards aren't a good team. 111-78 is the score for this game. Final score, 29 points for Tom Gugliotta, who's on the Wizards, coming off the bench for some reason. I foresee him getting traded to a better, more contending team. So let's check out Pistons versus Warriors now. You got Kevin Garnett, Baron Davis making his NBA debut for the Pistons. Stacey Augmon, Cedric Ceballos, Brad Miller is the starting five for the Pistons. For the Warriors, you got Jason Kidd, Isaiah Ryder, Allen Houston, Horace Grant, and Juwan Howard. Juwan Howard is their starting center. So Warriors have been making the playoffs last couple of years in a row thanks to Jason Kidd's leadership and a solid supporting cast. The Pistons, they're hoping to get back in the playoffs the first time since the Isaiah Thomas era. So let's check out a little bit of this game. I love this score. Baron Davis with a wild shot. Bad choice there, rookie. Stacey Augmon, meanwhile, is going to miss that layup, but make the putback. And now we got Jason Kidd with the rebound for the Warriors. The fast break. Isaiah Ryder is going to make that shot. Tied early on. Allen Houston passing it to Kidd, who is going to make that jumper for the Warriors. So let's check out more Kidd. Kidd making the basket there over Augmon. Now it's 6-4. We're in the fast break. Jason Kidd. Jesus. Juwan Howard with that dunk right there. I could close my window, but then I'd be sweating profusely. We got a made basket there for the Pistons. Kevin Garnett now is going to miss, then make that basket. 86-85. We're in the fourth quarter. 86. Yeah, okay. I just said the score. 3 minutes left to go. Kevin Garnett guarded by Isaiah Ryder. And this should be money in the bank. It is. Pistons take a 1-point lead. 2.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. And we got Isaiah Ryder pulling up for the jumper. Missing, but Horace Grant is there for the putback. 1-point lead for the Warriors. It has been vanquished thanks to that bucket, that dunk by KG. Now we got Jason Kidd passing it to Allen Houston for three. And that's good. So the Warriors regain the lead. Now how about botched alley-oop? It's back. The botched alley-oop is back. Brent Barry, meanwhile, under the basket. He's going to make that shot for the Warriors. And that's not going to be a good shot right there. Let's see if the Pistons can cut this to a one-possession game. Kevin Garnett does do that. 93-91, 30 seconds left to go. Jason Kidd. He's going to get a screen. Missed a three. Rebound, Juwan Howard. And with 22 seconds left, it's a free throw fest from this point on. And the Warriors would go on to win this game 96-91. 30-16 from Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is a baller. He is playing lights out. His team needs to help him. He needs help from his team. My hope is that Baron Davis will eventually get up to speed and help that team out. And, you know, Stacey Ogman and Cedric Ceballos as well, kind of helping out. Helping him out as well. So, moving on to the Nets versus the Celtics. Celtics have gotten quite interesting, I would say. Nets too. Nets have Steve Nash. They got Vashawn Leonard. They got Chris Mullin and Tony McDyess. Ilgauskas. Celtics have Kenny Anderson, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Brian Grant, Luke Longley. Starting five. The best starting five the Celtics have had in a while. So I'm excited to see what the Celtics do with a roster like that. There's a three to start things off. Steve Nash with the tray. And now we have Kenny Anderson with a dunk right there. Wasn't seeing many moves like that from him in Minnesota, but all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe we'll see more of that from him. Meanwhile, Paul Pierce, the truth, making the three. First time we've said his name, other than that All-Star rookie highlights. What was it, the rookie sophomore game? Here's a replay of Kenny Anderson with the layup, and then we got Vashawn Leonard with a bucket of his own. 10-5 early on. How about a mystery there? Steve Nash with the rebound. The Nets on the fast break. Steve Nash is going to pull up for the two, making it a 10-7 game. Still in the first. There's a three-pointer for Ray Allen. And let's see if this game stays competitive. I hope so. Two pretty good teams, at least on paper. And it looks like the Nets will go on to win this game 111-87. Ray Allen with 19 points, 28 and 11 for Antonio McDyess, 24 for Steve Nash. And this might be a pretty solid thumbnail for my video. We'll see. Does Paul Pierce get clicks? I guess I'll find out. I guess I will find out if the sight of Paul Pierce gets NBA fans excited. I bet he thinks it would be a great thumbnail, but what does the rest of YouTube world, what does the YouTube algorithm think? You know, you just don't really know. Dallas, Los Angeles Lakers. We're checking out the Staples Center in action. There's Shaq. There's Larry Johnson, still on the Mavericks. There's Kobe Bryant trying to get past that usher. And, get Kenny the Jet Smith, Glenn Rice, and Robert Horry also on the Lakers. You got Mark Price, Jerry Stackhouse, Grant Hill, Larry Johnson, Sean Bradley on the Mavericks. Lakers got their new uniforms, and it's cool to see. Mark Price makes that basket. Kobe Bryant responds with a basket. How about Shaq with the dunk there over Jerry Stackhouse. Grant Hill with a jumper for the Mavs, who they missed the playoffs last year, and they're hoping that the addition of Jerry Stackhouse will help get them back into the playoffs. I just see a three by Glenn Rice. Glenn Rice making his Laker debut. How about Grant Hill with a three? Looking mighty nice. I hope this game stays good. Aw, man. Come on. I forget which games we jump into and which games we don't in the fourth quarter, but it looks like this is one game that we won't be able to check out in the fourth quarter. That's okay. 104-94. We got a lot to cover. We got 29 freaking teams to cover. So unfortunately, we can only get a taste of some teams. But we'll see the Lakers later on in this season. I I promise. Mavericks, we'll see. I mean, they're a fun team. Mavericks are a fun team, but we'll see. We'll see if they show up. Last year they didn't. Nuggets versus the Heat now. We got Mookie Blaylock, Christian Laettner, Steve Smith, Chris Morris, Mutombo. You got Gary Payton, Petrovic, Clifford Robinson, and then PJ Brown and Alonzo Mourning. There's a bucket to start things off. How about Clifford Robinson missing that shot? PJ Brown, though, quietly been a very solid player for the Heat all these years. How about a Christian Laettner dunk right there? 4-2. Gary Payton with the basket there, the glove. Hopefully he makes an all-star game this year. He's been snubbed way too many times, and I'm worried about his Hall of Fame chances when something like that happens. Alonzo Mourning makes that bucket for the Heat. Mookie Blaylock missing. Mutombo to Laettner for the dunk. Laettner looking pretty good. I'm liking Laettner in NBA2K. Meanwhile, there's a spin move by Clifford Robinson making that basket. Tie game at 8 now. Clifford Robinson making a 3. And you know what? I think we do jump into the fourth quarter of this game. There we go. Yeah, we do. 92-91. 4.5 minutes left to go in this game. And we got Christian Laettner with the dunk there in the fast break. 93-92. Petrovic making the 3 there. 2-point lead for the Heat. And now we got Mutombo with the basket there. Tie game. Gary Payton with the bucket there. And how about some more Payton? How about it? Yes, sir. 99-95. Steve Smith, who used to be on the Heat, passing it to Christian Laettner. Now you got Blaylock, 4-3, cutting into a 1-point game. Clifford Robinson at the wing, passing it to Gary Payton, who makes that shot. 101-98. Mookie passing it to Mutombo for the bucket. 101-100. Mutombo looking good, but he's a free agent after this year. So the Nuggets, there's a bit of pressure. Can they deliver in the playoffs? Because if they don't, Mutombo might walk. Gary Payton missing there. And the Nuggets have a chance now to take the lead here with 25 seconds left to go. Christian Laettner to Mookie Blaylock. Is he going to take the final shot? There will be time left if he does. Blaylock does make that shot for the Nuggets. 102-101. We got Petrovic handling the ball, making his Miami Heat debut. He passes it to Gary Payton. Wise choice, but can he deliver? Gary Payton, no! It was in, then it was out. It rattles out. The Nuggets will win this game. 102-101 in very exciting fashion. What a game. 26 points for Gary Payton, 17 and 11 for PJ Brown. And yeah, Gary Payton, he better make a damn All-Star this year. I'm telling you. That'd be BS if he doesn't. John Stockton's retired, so there's an opening. There's an opening for Gary Payton to make the All-Star game this year. So I hope that happens. We're checking out Jazz Rockets. It's very intriguing, both teams, because the Jazz have Steve Francis making his debut. They get Anton Jamison, who we really haven't seen at all yet. He's in his second year, so I'm excited to see those guys. Hopefully they show up in this game. I can't remember if they do or not. Meanwhile, the Rockets have Rod Strickland, Clyde Drexler, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon. It sounds like an all-star caliber group, but they're all very old. So, how good are they going to be really? I don't know. Charles Barkley makes that bucket for the Rockets. I consider, as we see a basket there, I think that was Lorenzen Wright for the Jazz who made that. Here's Scottie Pippen, meanwhile, making that basket for the Rockets. I could say basically the idea with the Rockets this year, going out with a bang. You got Olajuwon, you got Drexler still, you got Barkley with that dunk. Add Scottie Pippen to the mix. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they can do something exciting this year. And if not, it might be time to break this team up. So that's kind of where my thinking here. As we see Scottie Pippen with the 3 there, 9-2 early on. They look good so far in this game against a bad Jazz team. Rick Hasner makes that layup. So far, we haven't really seen much of Steve. Here's Steve Francis handling the ball, at least. Francis passing it to Harold Miner, who makes that shot. 9-6, 6:40 in the first. We have a missed shot there. Hakeem with the dunk, with the jam. The old man still got it. Rick Hasner is going to pass it to Wright for the dunk. 11-8. Rod Strickland is going to make a layup there. 13-8. 13-10 now. As we continue in the first quarter, we got a corner 3. That was Rod Strickland with that corner 3. And we got, was it Robert Pack? Who I haven't seen. We haven't seen him at all, really, in this sim. Nice to see him out there. And there's a bucket there for the Rockets. Hakeem, 79-75. We're in the fourth quarter. Kasner missing. Olajuwon with the rebound. 4 minutes up to go in the game. Let's see if the Rockets, the old geriatric Rockets, can they close out the Jazz? Charles Barkley makes that basket. And now the chances are pretty damn good if they keep making their shots. Olajuwon in the paint, makes that basket. That should do it. Final score, 88-80. Rockets do win. 18 points for Rod Strickland, 15 for Hakeem, 19 rebounds, 10 rebounds for Charles Barkley in the victory. And do we have something here? Yeah, I thought about getting a Scottie Pippen thumbnail. Scottie Pippen in that Rockets jersey, you know, looks pretty cool. He played for the Rockets in real life for a year. Did not get along with Barkley at all. But maybe in 2K they do get along. I don't know. We don't know what 2K Pippen and 2K Barkley, if they can get along together. But we'll keep monitoring the situation. Suns, Supersonics, get Sam Cassell, Blue Edwards, Sean Elliott, Randy White, and Theo Ratliff on the Suns. Seattle, their starting 5 consists of, why am I blanking? Rick Smits, Sean Kemp, Bruce Bowen, Nick Anderson, newly acquired Nick Anderson, and Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. So Nick Anderson, more of a two-way guard than Petrovic. So they lost Petrovic, and you know they kind of struck out on some bigger name free agents. But Nick Anderson, hopefully he will get the job done at 2 guard for them. 5-0 early on. Here's a missed 3. Sean Kemp with the putback. 5-3. Abdul-Rauf with the bucket there. Now we got Nick Anderson to Rick Smits for the baseline jumper. 7-5. We got a sparsely populated Key Arena as Bruce Bowen makes that basket. Everyone wearing black as per usual. Ever since we did this, ever since the arena has changed to this court, the fans all wear black. I don't know why. I've been questioning it every time it happens, and I'm still questioning it. 11-9 now is the score. We got Sean Kemp making the basket there for the Supersonics. Let's see if we can continue to check this game out. Probably not, because I usually just jump right to the fourth quarter if we do get a jump. 117-88. The Sonics do win this game convincingly. Man. And now we're going to check out the Clippers in Staples Center for the first time. And I think it looks pretty damn cool, you know. I mean, I never really got excited about the Clippers on this court, you know, as a kid. But in the context of 2K, after they had that boring LA Sports Arena court for so long, it's pretty exciting to get to see them in the Staples Center. So I'm excited about that. Clippers got Vlade Divac, Chris Webber, Peja Stojakovic, Jim Jackson, and Terrell Brandon. Trailblazers have David Stoudemire, Kendall Gill now, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Rasheed Wallace, and Matt Geiger. That's the starting 5 for the Blazers. I think they're going to be. I think the Blazers. I think they have a clear shot to make the playoffs this year. We'll see if that holds true. As you see a bucket there for Peja, I think, starting things off in this game. Abdur Rahim with a dunk there for the Blazers. The Blazers, year by year, little by little, built this team. I'm hoping we're going to see a nice payoff. Kendall Gill with the 3 there, by the way. Vlade Divac with that basket there. Stoudemire responds with a bucket. Chris Webber not making that basket, but Vlade Divac gets the putback. And Terrell Brandon with a 3 right here. Chris Webber's another guy who I'm really hoping becomes an all-star this year. Really starts to make some noise in this league this year because he's been having a quiet career. For someone who's playing in LA and playing for a decent Clippers team, Chris Webber has been very quiet in this sim so far. But we are jumping into the fourth quarter of this game, so let's focus on that. Matt Geiger's pass gets stolen by Jim Jackson, and now we have Peja for the 2, 80-77. Matt Geiger with the basket there for the Blazers. 83-77 now, 6-point lead for the Blazers. We got Stoudemire with the jumper there. And that is going to be it for this game. 89-83. Blazers do win this game. And yeah, it feels like things are looking good there. Feels like that's going to, feel like that roster's coming together. Grizzlies, Sacramento Kings. I'm very intrigued by this Grizzlies team. They got Jason Williams, the point guard. Vince Carter. It'll show up. I can't remember who's their small forward. But I can't remember. Olin Polynice is the center. Right. Jalen Rose, Keith Van Horn, power forward. Then you got B.J. Armstrong. Reggie Lewis making his debut on the Kings. Clarence Weatherspoon, Sam Perkins, and Arvydas Sabonis, of course, rounds out the starting 5 for the Kings. We see a 2 there. I think that was Vince Carter with that basket. Jalen Rose passing it to Vince Carter for 3. That's money. 5-1. Early on, B.J. Armstrong with this sort of alley-oop there to Reggie Lewis. 5-3. We got Jason Williams to Olin Polynice for the basket there. 7-3. Arvydas Sabonis turns around. Can't make that shot. There's a tip-in, though, for the Kings. And I think that was Clarence Weatherspoon. Keith Van Horn passing it to Olin Polynice for the dunk there. 9-5. Got Arvydas Sabonis making that shot for the Kings. Jason Williams passing it to Jalen Rose. That's good. 11-7 now is the score. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Arvydas Sabonis off glass. 11-9 now. We got a missed shot there, but Vince Carter with the putback for the Grizzlies. 13-9. Jay Will yet to show. White Chocolate, I should say. The more fun nickname. Actually, I don't think Jay Will is his nickname, is it? We see a dunk there by Olin Polynice, by the way. Clarence Weatherspoon with that miss, or Sabonis with that basket. Yeah, I think Jay Williams, the Duke guard, who got a motorcycle accident, and he's like I don't know if he's still an ESPN commentator, but I think his nickname is Jay Will. And this Jason Williams is White Chocolate. Vince Carter with that dunk there, and here's another shot by Vince Carter. We're in the fourth quarter, by the way. 90-89, quite a close game. Vince Carter with another dunk. 91-90. Jalen Rose passing it to Jason Williams, to Vince Carter for another 3. He is feeling it. He's feeling it, folks. 2:42 left to go. We got Keith Smart coming off the bench, passing to Arvydas Sabonis for the long 2. 94-92 is the score now. Vince Carter, guarded by Reggie Lewis. And Vince Carter with another 3! Yes! Arvydas Sabonis holding on to the ball, passing a nice pass to Clarence Weatherspoon, who misses, then gets the putback. 97-94. Vince Carter, can you do it again, sir? No, you can't! No, you can't. You just got rejected. Clarence Weatherspoon, meanwhile, has the ball, passing it to Sabonis for the shot. No, Keith Van Horn with the rebound as I exhale. And let's keep going. Vince Carter Ooh, with a pass to Jalen Rose. Then to Olden Polynice for the missed basket. The Kings are not dead yet. The King's not dead. Long live the King. What am I even talking about? I don't know. It's like word association at this point. Arvidas Sabonis with that basket there. 97-96. 41 seconds left to go. Vince Carter with the layup. I thought he was going to go for a dunk there. Still a very nice layup. Thank you, Vince Carter, for that nice layup. So it's a 3-point game. What can the Kings do here? Arvidas Sabonis receives the pass. Bullies his way for a basket. 198 now is the score. 20 seconds left to go. Arvidas Sabonis driving, making that shot, tying the game at 100. Can Vince Carter be a hero here as time winds down? Can he be the savior for Vancouver? Let's see if he can do it. Vince Carter misses, and we're going to overtime. Our first overtime game in this season. So let's get right into it as we see some highlights. There, 101-100 now is the score. 4:33 left to go. The Kings have a lead. And there's a basket there for the Grizzlies. 102-101. Reggie Lewis passing it to Arvidas Sabonis in the paint. Turns around, makes the shot. Kings maintain a 1-point lead. Sabonis misses. Rebound Grizzlies. Jalen Rose with the three. Yes, sir. 105-103. How about Arvidas Sabonis? He is feeling it tonight as well. Vince Carter is feeling it. Sabonis is feeling it. How about Reggie Lewis? Let's see what he could do. He's going to pass it, actually. And get blocked. Tim Perkins gets blocked by the Grizzlies. It's a tie game. It's an alley-oop. Olden Polynice with the jam there. 107-105. B.J. Armstrong passing it to Arvidas Sabonis, who steps back, makes the three. 107. 145 left to go in overtime. And how about Arvidas Sabonis making that basket for Olden Polynice? 3-point lead for the Kings. Vince Carter can't make that shot. Rebound Kings. Long live these Kings. And we got B.J. Armstrong still doing his thing in the league. Won a couple of rings with the Bulls in the early 90s. And there's a violation there. So the Grizzlies have a chance. The Grizzlies have a chance. Jalen Rose misses, but then misses again. And we got an intentional foul. And that's it. 113-107. The Kings win in overtime 29-15 for Arvidas Sabonis. 22 rebounds by Clarence Weatherspoon. To quote that Shaq meme, I was not familiar with your game. I apologize. Vince Carter, meanwhile, had 38 points in this game. What a great debut for him this season. Jason Williams, he had 11 assists. That's pretty cool. But it wasn't good enough to win. And we didn't really see any flashy passes from White Chocolate. We'll have to come back to him at some point this season. Hoping for some more flashiness, because that's what he did. That was his thing, That was the thing he was known for. And 2K has to respect that, That's like that's like the one thing I know about White Chocolate, his nickname first of all, and the flashy passes. So, hopefully we see more of that down the line. Bucks, Raptors, let's get into it. Penny Hardaway, Mitch Richmond is on the Bucks. Tony Kukoc, Dirk Nowitzki. We're going to finally really see Dirk Nowitzki in this game and in this season. Isaac Austin is the starting center for the Bucks. The Raptors, we have Chris Childs missing that shot. Ben Wallace with the rebound. You also have Joe Smith, Dan Marley, and Tracy McGrady on the Raptors. So here's Joe Smith missing that shot, getting the dunk. It's 4-zip. And how about a made shot there? I think that was Kukoc. 4-2. We got Tracy McGrady, T-Mac with the long two right there. And the Raptors are up early. Chris Childs pulls up for the shot right there, making it a 10-12-2 game, actually. And this one might be over quick. Yeah, this one got out of hand pretty quickly, and the Raptors did not look back. The Raptors, I mean, they have if you look at their roster, that the guys they've been able to acquire, the veterans that they have, the players they've been able to draft, the Raptors are quickly looking like a playoff team. Maybe this year, maybe next year, but it's going to happen. And it really brings the question, is T-Mac going to stick around? If the Raptors are competitive, maybe he will. But we know in real life he still bailed on the Raptors, even though they were competitive when he left. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, we got Indiana, we got Philadelphia, you got Carmelo, Eric Dampier, Michael Williams still, Michael Finley, Derek McKee, who was on the Spurs last year, and then the Sixers have Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Glenn Robinson, Danny Manning, and Marcus Camby. That was their starting five last year when they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Why change something that's not broken? As we see a dunk there by Karl Malone to start things off. 3-0 is the score. How about an alley-oop to Michael Finley? 5-zip in the first. Yeah, we got Derek McKee missing that shot. Karl Malone with another dunk. 7-0 is the score. Here's a missed three-point attempt. Marcus Camby with the putback for the Sixers. Now we have Danny Manning passing it to Big Dog Robinson, who makes that basket and gets the N1. 8-5. Karl Malone missing, then dunks that ball. Been dunking it a lot early on in this game. Now we got Eddie Jones passing it to Danny Manning, who's got Michael Williams guarding him, so he had no problem making that shot. And, I had to cut this game early because I had to leave. I had to leave my house. So that was it for this game. But we'll be seeing the Sixers and Pacers plenty during the season. They're probably both going to be playoff teams, so no worries there. Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks. Chicago Bulls have entered the tank zone. All the guys that were there last year, at least the starting five, are no longer there. Muggsy Bogues, Derek Anderson. Derek Anderson? Yeah, I think Derek Anderson. Roy Marble, Alan Henderson, and who was it? Bison Daly. That's right. Who got that alley-oop, by the way. Meanwhile, the Knicks, I think we've seen them before, didn't we? When we started out this episode, Mark Jackson makes that three. They got Latrell Sprewell. They got John Starks, Anthony Mason, and Patrick Ewing. Charles Barkley still on the bench. Or Charles Oakley still on the bench. 6-3. Here's Roy Marble for the Bulls making that shot. And this supposed tanking team, the Chicago Bulls, are up 8-3. And here's Derek Anderson making that shot for Chicago to make it 10-3. Now we got John Starks with that basket there. Draws the foul. It's 10-6. Mark Jackson to John Starks for the three. And now it's 11-9. Muggsy Bogues with the jumper there. The Bulls are up early. John Starks to Anthony Mason for the dunk there. Let's see if this game continues to be competitive. Bulls have the lead, and now they don't. That's too bad. Damn. 96-83 is the final score there. And, hey, for a team that lost Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, they didn't look too bad. Hawks, Spurs, you got David Robinson on one side, you got Tim Duncan on the other side. You got Allen Iverson on the Hawks with Tim Duncan. You got Bonzi Wells as well. You got Chauncey Billups and Dino Raja. Meanwhile, the Spurs have David Robinson, like I just said, Dennis Rodman, Len Bias now, Doug Christie, Tim Hardaway. So Len Bias is the big pickup for the Spurs. They got him via trade and unloaded some draft picks to the Wizards in exchange for him. And I think they gave up Malik Sealy as well. So 2-0 now is the score. There's a steal by Dennis Rodman. And the Spurs, Doug Christie with that basket there, tying things up early. Now we have a 3-point attempt, no good. David Robinson misses, then Dennis Rodman is there for the putback. So reliable, at least in this game. Len Bias with that layup, 6-2. Now we got Tim Duncan for the shot off glass, his signature shot. He uses the glass. Then we got a made basket there. I think that was Bonzi Wells, actually. Doug Christie misses that shot. David Robinson to Dennis Rodman for the basket there. 8-6. How about Allen Iverson to Dino Roger for the dunk. Tie game. Len Bias makes that three-pointer for the Spurs. That is what they need. They need his scoring this season to really put them over the top. And here is a made shot there by Tim Hardaway. Let's see if this game stays competitive. I mean, these are two pretty damn good teams. It looks like the Spurs at home, their home opener, they will hold on to win this game. 96-86. 19 points for Dennis Rodman. Okay, that's odd. 22-16 for Tim Duncan. And we are gonna keep moving to the Magic versus the Grizzlies. We haven't seen the Magic yet. We've seen the Grizzlies, but we haven't seen the Magic yet. They now have Khalid Reeves as their starting point guard. Kerry Kittles. They got Vin Baker, Jamal Mashburn, Kurt Thomas. Yeah, Kurt Thomas is starting center. So we'll see how the Magic do this year. I don't have the highest of hopes for them, but they have some nice players, you know. Vin Baker, Kerry Kittles, so Jamal Mashburn. Here is white chocolate for the three, by the way. 3-0 early on. We got Vince Carter. Olden Polynese loses the ball, picks it up, makes the shot. 5-0. Khalid Reeves, formerly of the Celtics, making the basket for the Magic. Now we got Khalid Reeves to Vin Baker. Double teamed, doesn't matter, falls down, not hurt. 5-4. Vince Carter with that shot. We got two Vins. We got two Vins in this game. Here's a basket for the Magic. 7-6. Later, a little bit later, a missed three there, but Vin Baker's right there for the putback. 8-7 is the score. 7 minutes left to go. Jamal Mashburn makes that shot. 10-7. 6:40 left to go. We got a three in transition. That is good. Kerry Kittles. Now we got Olden Polynese to Jason Williams. Was that a flashy pass? Not really. But that's a three-pointer for the Grizzlies. Jalen Rose. So we'll take it. Jason Williams to Jalen Rose again, I think, right? 13-13. I don't know if we jump into the fourth, but we do see Khalid Reeves making that jumper. So 15-13. Vince Carter missing the bucket, and Olden Polynese gets a putback. And how about Vin Baker, guarded by Keith Van Horn. He passes it to Kerry Kittles for the jumper. And here we go. Yeah, we do go in the fourth quarter of this game. Very cool. Vin Baker with that shot. 82-79 now is the score. Khalid Reeves to Jamal Mashburn with the basket there. And all of a sudden the Magic have a 5-point lead. White chocolate for three. That's no good. Mashburn with the rebound. The Magic in transition. I think that's Kerry Kittles for the three. No, it's not. It's Khalid Reeves. My mistake. Now they're telling me it's Khalid Reeves. Vince Carter makes that shot for the Grizz. 89-81. Jason Williams. He's going to miss that, but AC Green with the putback. 89-83. How about Jamal Mashburn getting that shot, guarded by Jalen Rose, but he gets the bucket anyway. 94-86 was the final score there, as we see a nice look at Vince Carter there, a thumbnail candidate. So what do we have left? I think we have 2 games left. We got to see the Cavaliers, and there's one other team and one other player that we haven't seen yet, but we're going to see him at the end of the video, I assure you. Clippers, Cavaliers, though. Cavaliers, pretty much same team as last year, with some slight differences. So you got Kevin Johnson, Reggie Miller, Dennis Reedy Scott, but then you have LaFonso Ellis and Dale Davis, who Dale Davis was there last couple of years. But LaFonso Ellis is a new addition to the group. And the Clippers are the Clippers. We already know who they are. So, Cavaliers, playoff team last year. We'll see if they can replicate that this year. How about LaFonso Ellis passing it to Reggie Miller, who gets the three-pointer there. 3-1, Jim Jackson making that basket in the fast break. Reggie Miller with the jumper there. Now we have LaFonso Ellis to Reggie Miller with another jumper. 7-3. We got LaFonso Ellis with the rebound. And Reggie Miller with the jumper yet again. 9-3. Now is the score. Terrell Brandon with the three-pointer there. Brandon looking good. And then we got Jim Jackson to Peja Stojakovic, who makes that shot. 9-8. Gotta love these Clippers uniforms, by the way. At least compared to what they were wearing before. It's not that different, but it's different enough to make them look nice. At least in 2K. There's a basket there by Chris Webber. 10-9. Also, the Cavaliers have new uniforms as well, so gotta point that out. Peja with the layup here. Check him out. Going up court, making the layup right there. And we got Stojakovic again. Stojakovic getting buckets, man. Love to see it. I don't think we see any more of this game though. As guys, I smell it. We're almost 42 minutes into this game. I smell some smoke from outside. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to. I might get high by the end of this video. Let me just say. I'll just say that. I hope not. Because I don't have much time left. I only have 3 minutes left in this video, so I don't think I'll be high by the end of this video. After this video, I don't know. After this recording, we'll see. I'll let you know if I get high from secondhand smoke. Oh my God. Meanwhile, we got Michael Jordan on the Charlotte Hornets. Here we are. Here it is. He's playing with Eric Snow, Rodney Rogers, Terry Mills, Brad Daugherty, and the Hornets are playing against the Bucks in Charlotte. How about an alley-oop? I think that's to Isaac Austin. We got Michael Jordan passing it to Brad Daugherty. He's going to spin, make the shot. Penny Hardaway passing it to Dirk. Dirk with the bucket. I feel like that's the first time we see it. We saw him make a bucket as a Buck, despite him being on the team for the second season. And here's Michael Jordan with the basket. Check out a replay of Michael Jordan as a Charlotte Hornet making the bucket. Now we got Eric Snow to Terry Mills to Rodney Rogers. Brad Daugherty receiving the pass in the paint. He misses, gets his own rebound, and dunks it. 6-6. Penny Hardaway with the missed shot there. Brad Daugherty with the rebound. Eric Snow to Michael Jordan. Jordan with the jumper. 8-6. Now we got Dirk to Tony Kukoc. Back to Dirk, who's driving. And he's going to make that shot for the Bucks. So nice to see Dirk. Dirk doing some interesting stuff there. Jordan, meanwhile, missing that shot. Penny Hardaway with the rebound. And listen, Penny Hardaway makes that dunk. So some of you might know, some of you might not know. Only the opening weekend videos, that's where we see the first quarters. And that's just a guarantee that we see every team. For the rest of the regular season episodes, we exclusively show the fourth quarter. So for any of you guys wondering what that's all about. But the Bucks, meanwhile, check this out, guys. Bucks are crushing the Hornets. I guess the Hornets have chemistry issues. I mean, most of this team wasn't here last year, or they weren't on the starting five at least. But we're going to see a little bit of Michael Jordan making that dunk. Check out a replay of that. Michael Jordan with the dunk there. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to get one more highlight of Michael Jordan as a Hornet. He had 36 points in this game. Mitch Richmond had 19, although we didn't see any of those points. 16 and 11 for Oliver Miller. And yeah, get some nice looks at Michael Jordan as a Hornet. He looks good. I love the pinstripes on him. He makes it look good, man. He makes it look good. He's back home in North Carolina, playing for his home state, his hometown crowd. Maybe not hometown, but home state for sure. But that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Next episode, I got a lot. It's just we're gonna be watching some fun games. There's so many good young players, some great players in this league. It's hard to find a bad matchup. So I think I try to focus on up and coming teams in the next episode, but down the line, there's just some interesting games that I wanted to show you guys. So that's next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I am Night Sports Gamer. Peace.